coming up on Football Tonight. It's a new year, new opportunity for the Central football team. Can Central start the season on the right foot against Ruskin? The 2021 Class 1 state champion East Buchanan Bulldogs start their quest for back-to-back state titles tonight. And the second-ranked team in 8-man football, North Andrew, trying to climb back to the top of the league. All this and much more on Football Tonight.
And with that, welcome into the first week of Football Tonight for this brand new season. Chris Roush, joined alongside by Mitchell Ribberall. Here we go. New season, new year, plenty of new opportunities.
I can't wait, and I'm back for a second year.
You're back.
Chris let me stay, so that feels good.
No plant.
No plant, got rid of that, so we won't ever do that again. I'll be here for every week this year.
I was going to say forever. I was like, wow, you're going to be here a very, very long time.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're never
a
going
lot
to
of football.
You're never going to leave that seat ever again. You're stuck there.
Yeah.
Forever.
Well, if football was like how it was this week, I might as well.
Exactly. A lot of good stuff to get to, a lot of good games. What started in the town over at Central High School we go. Hosting Ruskin, second quarter, 21-8 already. Special teams, big time. They're important. Trigon Chambers knocks down the return man, aiming for the return. Makes the play. Central looking good tonight in the early going. Next Central drive in this one. Stone Wettlaufer drops it in over the shoulder to Asher Katakis. What a play for the first down. Penalties back up Central, but no worries. Wettlaufer down the field to Titan Chandler for a first down. That first down play sets up this touchdown play. Wettlaufer drops back. Anthony Vassar, he plants, makes a guy miss, and he will score. Touchdown Central. Offense looking great out of the gate. Next offensive drive for Central. Wettlaufer this time handing it off to his running back, the sophomore Gabe Fields. Big night for him. Gets past a couple defenders, cuts back up the field, down the sideline he goes. 4 touchdowns of the night for him. Touchdown Central. It's 35-14. Central runs away with this one tonight by a final score of 49-14. And joining us now on the show is the head coach at Central High School, Reggie Trotter. Coach, thanks for coming on tonight. A big-time win for you guys, a way to get momentum going here in week number 1.
Yeah, it was good. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, we got
Perfect.
you.
Okay, good deal. Sorry. No, it was. It was really good to get out there. Much better than the alternative, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Coach, just starting off, I mean, how last year went, and to get this first win of the season in week 1, just how big is that for you and your team?
Momentum and confidence is huge, and being able to start off 1-0 this week. And, you prepare so long in the summer. And I talked to our guys, this journey for this week started back in May, at the very last day of May. And we've been working really hard all summer and hopefully, doing the right things. And obviously it came to fruition today.
Coach wasn't able to be there for the whole game tonight, but the first quarter, second quarter that I saw, the offense able to move the football very well, especially Stone Wettlaufer, able to find several different targets in the passing game, then Gabe Fields on the ground. Just what seemed to you the most about what you saw from the offensive side of the ball tonight?
Biggest thing for us, and I think I've said it a number of different times, is our offensive line. You don't have to see how tough Stone Wettlaufer is anymore. He does a great job, no question about it. He can run the ball really well, and he takes shots and stand back up and keep competing. But now you get an opportunity to see what he's really capable of throwing the football because he doesn't have to look down at the rush anymore. He's got guys that'll protect him, and we've got some really talented receivers that'll catch it.
Head coach Reddy Trotter joining us on the show. Coach, thank you for your time and good luck next week. Crosstown rivalry game with the Benton Cardinals here in town too.
Thanks for having us on. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
And the Lafayette Fighting Irish starting their season at home up on the north side, taking on Center out of Kansas City. Nothing going on the Irish's first drive. Yellow Jackets moving the football on theirs, though. Joseph Vick to DeAndrew Pewitt for a first. Later in the drive, Corey Love takes a handoff, but Malik Reed stuffs him on third. Great play there. Next play, Love gets it again on fourth down. He takes it to the edge. He gets around, breaks a couple tackles, and he scores. Center strikes first, goes up 7-0 with the PAT. Not too much going Lafayette's way in the early going of this one. Center continuing to move the ball. Vick to Jeff Strozier for a huge gain. Goes down the sideline, makes a defender miss, and gets down inside the Lafayette 5-yard line. Center punches it in to go up 14-0, and they go on to beat the Irish 61-6. And the Benton Cardinals away for week 1, taking on Northeast Kansas City and the South Side, starting off season with a win as they get this victory 49-14.
St. Pius beating Pembroke Hill tonight 27-0. Chillicothe getting a win tonight, go 1-0 in the year, beating Marshall 42-7. Now let's go out west on 36 to Cameron to see the Dragons kicking off their home opener. Wes Bell's first game as the head coach of the Dragons too. Cameron hosting Lincoln Prep. After winning the coin toss, the Blue Tigers chose to defer to get it started. Senior Peyton Garr able to get a good return to start the game for the Dragons. He did some blocks, follows them. Cameron unable to capitalize, forced the punt on the opening drive. Lincoln Prep's first drive. Quarterback Zach Shelby able to connect with Alonzo Bird for the touchdown in this one. And then later on too, only 8 seconds left in the quarter. Quarterback Al Lazenby tosses to Gage Jones, who gets one block here on this play right here, but gets the block just short of the first down. Cameron, tough night for them. Lincoln Prep wins 42-0. The Dragons will be on the road next week visiting Southeast High School.
Over with the Maryville Spoofhounds. Maryville falls 54-42 after pulling it within 6 with under 4 minutes left in this game. And a lot of good football already in week 1, but there's still more to come.
And we'll be continuing with the 11-man level when we come back here on Football Tonight. We return, take a look at the defending champions East Buchanan and hear from the championship-winning head coach Dan Ritter after the break too.
And later we head over into the land of 8-man football. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back into week 1 of football tonight. Mitchell Riberall, Chris Roush.
Back again for another season, and a lot of good football tonight. We saw Central get a win. Lafayette kind of had a tough time out of the gate. Benton with a great win. The two city teams 1-0. What about the Class 1 reigning state champions? The Bulldogs coming off a tremendous state championship run last year, looking to start the season where they left off.
Yeah, and we might as well just get right into it.
Yeah, let's just play the highlights.
Yeah, let's get right into it. The whole town of Gower in attendance for the Battle of the Bulldogs tonight. And we're going to pick it up halfway through the second. East Buck up 41-0. And scratch that. That is actually 48-0. Another touchdown for the Bulldogs, and East Buck can't get enough of that. They're right back where they left off last year. And this right here might be the story of the entire game. Bulldogs running all over South Harrison tonight, defensively, offensively, and East Buchanan gets the win 48-14.
How about the Plattsburgh Tigers playing host to the Maysville Wolverines halfway through the first? Tigers down 18-0. Javion Grayson hands it to Luke Schroeder for a 50-yard touchdown run. Well, the good thing for Plattsburgh tonight was that 50-yard run. Kind of a tough night for them against the Wolverines. Maysville, they're looking strong in this opener, trying to get off to a hot start in this one. The Wolverines do just that against Plattsburgh. They get a 70-6 victory on the road here tonight.
Down to Dearborn we go. North Platte hosting the Gallatin Bulldogs down in Dearborn. Panthers down 18-0 late in the first. Dylan Armstrong gets the handoff, breaks loose, running down the sideline. End zone for North Platte's first score of the night. Now the Bulldogs in possession. Peyton Baker takes the snap, hands it off to Draven Wright, makes a couple cuts, back to the outside, and he will go all the way into the end zone for another Bulldogs touchdown. Bulldogs lead 25-8, and now the ensuing kickoff. Caden Mullendor has to chase it down, gets past the backman. He picks it up, avoids one, avoids two, but the ball is loose, and the Bulldogs recover, and that leads to another Gallatin touchdown, and Bulldogs go on to win this one 51-16. Now more KCI games tonight. Mid-Buchanan defeating Princeton after a couple of late touchdowns to win that one 49-22. And Lawson Cardinals defeat Oak Grove 20-16 in a close battle.
Two more KCI games as well. Lathrop taking on Lexington. The Mules win this one 39-0. Hamilton, though, falling to Lafayette County tonight 61-23. Halfway through the show, but don't worry, we still have highlights, interviews from a lot of good football left to get to. Like later on, we head up north to Worth County to check out the state runner-ups.
And when we return, we head to Rosendale for a top 10 matchup between the Cardinals and Wildcats. More on football tonight, coming up next. welcome back into week 1 of football tonight. And if you were here last year, you know this is probably my favorite part. We're getting an 8-man.
You had 8-man football back in, the old Oregon Trail up there.
yeah, we did.
Did you play?
I did.
You played 8-man.
Yeah, we've been over.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
just in case they forgot. Yeah. We
in
both
case
played.
I forgot,
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I played high school football.
Yeah.
11 years.
All right.
Anyway, that's
Well,
beside the point. I think it's 12 at this point now. But back to the guys actually playing still. St. Joe Christian and Stanberry tonight. 8-man teams honoring South Holt grad Alex Harris with decals before the game tonight as well. A big thing to do that. So let's get to the highlights of this one as well. There's the decal. Alex Harris there on the back. He passed away, saving his brother from drowning this summer. Lions Bulldogs trading 3 and outs. Peyton Hausen plunged in for a 1-yard score, 8-0 St. Joe Christian. But then Stanberry gets it back on an INT a little bit later. Still same score, 8-0 at this point in the ball game. Now, Coach Hilton hoping that sparks his team. After the interception, early second quarter, Tucker Schieber gets loose, bounces to the outside, outrunning every defender in sight to tie the game at 8. Lions, though, answer another score drive of their own to make it a 14-8 ball game. That's where they'll pick up the game tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock because a lighting issue at the football field. So Stanberry St. Joe Christian continues tomorrow morning up in Stanberry. How about Bishop LeBlanc tonight? The 6th-ranked team in the state on the road against Pattonsburg. The Golden Eagles getting a 66-44 win over the Panthers on the road tonight.
Heading over to Rosendale, number 2 ranked North Andrew Cardinals taking on number 10 ranked King City Wildcats. This one a good matchup week 1. Kickoff on this one. Cardinals kick it off, but no Wildcats go up for it, and Cardinals recover the opening kickoff. First drive, Hayden Ecker breaks free and gets into the end zone for 6. Cardinals lead 8-0. Now King City, after recovering a fumble, Zeke Fisher keeps it himself, gets it in for the score. Game tied at 8 apiece. Now second quarter, Ty Mooney drops back, fires it to Samuel Dirks, who just rips it away from the defender for a score. What a moss, as the kids call it now. King City leads 14-8. Second half, Braxton Linville, he keeps it himself for the keeper, gets the Cardinals back on top. North Andrew takes the lead, and the Cardinals go on to put together a good second half to go on and win this one, 28-14. In non-conference action, Albany defeats Ridge Hill 62-8. And when we return to football tonight, we continue with the land of 8-man football, and we take a look at the state runner-ups from last season. Worth County taking on South Holt.
And a battle in the 275 conference in week 1. Find out who comes away on top when we return here on Football Tonight. Welcome back into football tonight. Chris Roush, Mitchell Ribbraw with you for a few more minutes. It flies by, about 10 minutes to go in the show, but a lot of good football so far. We keep saying it. Week 1, you never know what you're really going to see because it's been about 9 months since these teams have played.
Yeah, and a lot of seniors graduate, a lot of roster changes, but so far it's been pretty good. And I say we just get right back into the land of 8-man.
I was just saying, you want more 8-man football.
Yeah, let's get right back into it. Out in Stewartsville, the Wildcards hosting the West Nottoway Rockets tonight. Late in the second quarter, Wildcards with a comfortable lead, but looking to extend it. Stewartsville defense able to keep the pressure on with Lucas King able to break through, take down the QB. That drop was ruled an incomplete pass, though, and after forcing punt, Braxton Gibson gets the ball, runs down the sideline, touchdown. He is a phenomenal player, one to watch out for this year. Wildcards went on to win this one 54-22, and Stewartsville hits the road next week.
Up in Hopkins tonight, Platte Valley hosting Mount City. Platte Valley getting the 52-28 victory on the road. And more scores, Southwest Livingston take on East Atchison. The Wolves coming away with a 58-0 win. And Rockport Blue Jays beating DeKalb Tigers 74-20. In Grant City, we go 8-man runner-up Worth County taking on Southold to open the season. No score in this one. Levi Casava goes 20 yards for the score. Tigers strike first, 6-0. Midway through the first, same score still. Nolan, though, connects with Kurtz for the Knights touchdown. Ties this game up at 6, but the Tigers take over in this one. New hits McIntyre for a 37-yard strike, makes it 36-6 the second quarter. Just for the end of the half, Tigers score again and go on to win this one 60-12 to start 1-0 on the season. And now we're joined by the 8-man football guru himself. You know,
Still in his car.
Still in his car. Anthony Crane probably won't like that called this guy the guru, but Devin Albertson from your car. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing tonight?
Oh,
fantastic.
Talking to you now, talking 8-man football. Mitchell hasn't stopped smiling for about 15 minutes now. So, you know, and you were down quite a ways away from our area, down with Lockwood. But what overall, from what have you seen from the scores around the 8-man football tonight, what's impressed you the most?
So Worth County, dominant win. Glad to see them kind of back on track and kind of reaffirm what we kind of thought them preseason-wise. King City, even though they lost North Andrew tonight, was very impressive in that 28-14 loss. I think they got some newfound respect coming back after losing so much from last year. Platte Valley played well in their dominating win. And then I think the big surprise right now is the St. Joe Christian Stanberry game. 12-8 lead for St. Joe Christian. The game was delayed due to lights issue playing tomorrow. That's a big possible upset there. We're looking at the top 10.
Yeah, and I know we've went over the top 10 and King City, North Andrew, obviously, that matchup. But I'll go off the last thing you just said with St. Joe Christian. I watched them in the Jamboree. They had a lot of different formations than they have ran in the past years. And just seeing that score in these highlights, I was shocked. And I like to see, I think they have high upside this year. And what's kind of your thoughts with that whole matchup and roster?
Yeah, with St. Joe Christian coming in, they had not a whole lot of guys on the roster. I think it's under 15 guys in the roster. So you're like, how are they going to be this year, playing a GRC schedule? How's it going to go? But week 1 versus Stanberry, they're showing out and playing really well. I'm kind of worried about Stanberry at this point because they were supposed to be a top 7-8 team in the state. And St. Joe Christian, they're on a 24-game regular season losing streak if you date back through 11-man and back to 2018 and 8-man. So it's a team that doesn't have a whole lot of success here recently. So it's a very interesting kind of situation in developing there in Stanberry.
It's kind of interesting, too, because now you have more time to prepare. So that may go the Lions' way even more. Stanberry and Coach Shane Hilton may find a way to fix things because they've got about 12 hours now to fix things before they get back going tomorrow morning. But, Devin, another one from around our area, Bishop LeBlanc going on the road. You know, with the way districts kind of worked out when they were released today, you look at LeBlanc's district, arguably